All right, so the Oscars happened a couple days ago. I didn't watch them. For the most part, it seemed kind of lame. I did see Will Smith smack the shit out of Chris Rock, which is what everybody's talking about. I thought that was hilarious, especially the memes. The memes have been grade A. A lot of people have been like arguing about it, stuff like that, whatever. I don't condone the violence and all that, but I just think it's funny. A lot of you guys just need to chill out and laugh. But today we're here to talk about the Best Picture winner, Coda. I don't know what Coda means. I was going to look it up, but I didn't, so now I look stupid. It's directed by Cyan Hayter, and I really like this movie. I thought it was great. It's about a girl, Ruby, played by Amelia Jones, and her whole family's deaf, except for her. And as a result of that, she doesn't really get to have a life. It's also kind of a coming of age story where her parents also need to like let her go, to where she wants to be a singer, or at least she wants to go to college for singing, and she has that whole thing going on. But her family is so reliant on her that she can't really follow her dreams and do what she wants to do, what makes her happy, and you really identify with her as a result of that. The performances are all great, especially the lead, Amelia Jones, but also the family. You got Jackie, played by Marley Matlin, that's the mother. The father, Frank, played by Troy Kotzer, and the brother, Leo, played by Daniel Durant. And Troy Kotzer, I hope I'm saying that right, the father, he's definitely the standout other than the lead in this movie, especially of the, other family members. He's really hilarious, especially that scene, really awkward scene where the guy that Ruby likes is over at the house, and yeah, they get caught doing a certain thing. I won't spoil it, but yeah, I thought that scene was really good. There's also an emotional scene towards the end where Ruby sings to him, and that was really touching. It almost brought me to tears. I wasn't, didn't quite get there though. I will say, if we're gonna get to negative things already, that scene worked. The other emotional endings were kind of cliche for me and kind of forced, you know? She's in the car and she's like, stop the car so that she can get out and hug them. Is like, that came off as kind of cliche for me. So the other parts of it, like the very, very end, I wasn't quite a fan of, but I still really like the father, and all of the scenes with him in it were probably my favorite scenes. Uh, but you really do get an idea for this character, all that she's had to do, the different way that she's kind of had to grow up as a result of having deaf parents. She has to always be there on the boat because they fish for a living. She has to always be there so she can actually listen to the radio, which actually gets them in some trouble on the day that she actually decides to do something that she wants to do. And, some things happen with that because she's not there. So she really has this pressure on her while she's also trying to, do her own thing. She wants to, have these lessons to kind of, work on her voice so that she can get into this college, for singing. Growing up, she at first she couldn't speak very well because her family's deaf, so she had some issues first learning how to speak, and then they tell a story when she was young. She had to order her parents the beer because obviously there's that barrier of them being able to communicate, so she has to translate and things for them. There's some things like that where she always has to translate for them because most people aren't going to really know sign language or be able to really talk to them even in business matters.
Suck my dick.
There's also kind of an emotional conversation with her and her mother about them first finding out that she could hear and things like that. I just think the movie, for the most part, just it works writing wise and character wise. If I have to talk about things I didn't like I already said, the very end was kind of too much for me. Uh, but there's also a character, the best friend, Gertie, played by Amy Forsyth. I think that's how you say her name. Early on, she seems like she's only there to talk about how much she wants to hook up with different guys and things like that, or what guys she's hooking up with. That was kind of lame.
Does he work out of those like fish and mussels?
Okay, stop. You cannot date my brother.
Why?
Because for you, dating just means sex.
But Then we finally get a scene with the brother where it's just focused on him because most of it's only focused on Ruby, the main character. And he gets into a bar fight, whatever. He goes to the bar and he gets to talking to her. She already kind of said that he's hot or whatever, right? And at first I'm like, I guess she must be 18, right? Because I don't even think they really said how old she or the main character is. But I mean, they're graduating, so I guess they are 18. But they start texting, and they just end up hooking up like right away, right? And there's really nothing to that storyline. There's no point where the main character's like, "Hey, I told you about this. What? You're fucking my brother? Like, what's going on?" No, there's none of that. And she actually kind of disappears for us in the movie. It's like, what was the point of her character really? And she drives Ruby to college at the end, and it's like, are they even still friends? Like, there's no storyline. There's no through line with the way it was set up and things like that. I guess her father's not around. That's like a line of dialogue, but there's nothing to that character. I really don't understand why that character is even in this, other than I guess to give the brother something to do or give the brother a scene. That is a criticism that other people have had, that it focuses too much on the main character, not the deaf characters, so it's kind of ableist. I didn't get that because I mean this is the story that they're telling is about this character. I had heard almost nothing about this movie, so I thought the main character was deaf. So I actually thought that was interesting. That oh no, it's the family that's deaf and all the things that come along with that. So I didn't have that criticism, but I was like, yeah, there's no reason for this character, and it kind of detracts from the movie. Like the movie's all like I think almost 2 hours, whatever. Like you really got to justify, having that whole scene with the brother and the friend, and even having the friend around if you're not going to do anything with that character. Why even involve her? There's a lot of really good stuff in here. Um, so the fact that there's those little things that I was like, this isn't really working for me. It kind of sucks, but I'm still gonna give this a Beyond Awesome. I'm still gonna give it my highest rating. It's the best movie. It's between this and one other movie for the best movie in my opinion that I saw, that I've seen of last year. But yeah, I haven't seen too many people complaining, saying that it was undeserved or anything like that on social media. But they do seem to be mostly distracted with other things.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
So yeah, that's Coda. I really liked it. I enjoyed almost all of it, and at least for me, it feels deserved the win. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we're done.